Sober Fit. I teach women how to be sober and fit in all areas of their lives. I'm a member of AA, and I choose not to be anonymous, to be helpful to others. I believe it doesn't help anyone to be quiet about what healed you. I'm a member of AA, and it healed me in many ways through and through. So, it says Alcoholics Anonymous in the book, in the foreword. It says they were anonymous because there were too few to handle the outpour of appeals that they received when it first started. That anonymous wasn't to protect anyone's feelings or, your little reputation. It was anonymous so they could handle the need. It wasn't to protect your individual little reputation. I don't represent that program. I'm a member, and it is much more than people think. It is way more than putting down the drink. Some of you, I've offered to help teach those principles. No, I'm good. I'm just going to go to therapy. I'm just going to do this, just going to do that. And look where it got you. Look where you're at. A lot of you are either drunk again, loaded again, divorced, domestic violence situations, chaos. No, I'm good. You didn't do what you should. Now, I did that too many, many years ago. I once didn't listen either and ended up in court battles and relapse and fights and lots of chaos when I didn't apply the principles. The program works because of the principles that it teaches. It's not about just quitting drinking. It's about changing your thinking. It's an active change in your attitudes, in your behaviors, in the way you show up for the world. Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness is the how. Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness is the how. Being honest with yourself. Honesty is the number one thing that helped me. They say that some people are not capable of being honest. Some people are just mentally not capable of being rigorously honest with themselves. And that's what it takes. Honesty with yourself. Not lying to yourself. Not lying to other people. Not lying meaning justifying. Justification. Saying, like going out with a woman or a man saying, we're just friends. When you know for a fact that you did not intend to just be friends. Letting someone stay with you with no strings attached. Yeah, right. Doing things when you know you have an ulterior motive. Check your motive. One of the principles is we're not cocky nor we're afraid. Humility is the ability to remain teachable. That's what they say. I believe humility is lined up with God's will. Lined up with what your Creator is telling you to do from inside of you. Not what other people say, but what your Creator is telling you what to do on the inside, and letting that be your guide. You got to be honest with the voice inside. Otherwise, you will never, ever, ever be able to have a true partnership with another human being. I've been sober now for 19 and a half years. And thankfully, I'm still married too. For the third time, but I'm still married too, because I've learned finally how to hold my word in everything I do. To the best of my ability, I hold my word. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal today. And many people in their sobriety still carry on this way. That is not being sober. If you are simply not ingesting alcohol, but still lying, cheating, stealing, running and gunning, then you're not sober. It's not true sobriety. It's not. And they say that AA doesn't have a monopoly on sobriety, that it's not the only way. However, it's the only way that worked for me. And no matter what your little opinions or attitudes are about it, it works. It works. I learned recently that it originates from a group called the Oxford Group, which was a religious group, I believe. They had 6 tenets. And so AA is a break off from that. And in order to be in the Oxford Group, you had to be sponsored. You had to be invited, sponsored by someone. So that's where the term sponsor comes from in AA. Although in AA, the only requirement is just a desire to not drink, to be there, to be a member. If you want to be a member, you can be a member. All you gotta do is say you're a member and you have a desire not to drink. That's it. You don't have to change the way you think. You don't have to act right. You don't have to do anything else. So, yeah, you get a lot of sick people there. Everybody's sick, trying to get well. But there's a lot of really, really great people also that have an awesome story to tell, like me. I lost everything 19 years ago. Custody of my son, truck repossessed, lost my home, almost lost my life because I was trying to exit the planet. Didn't want to be here anymore. My way wasn't working. Someone told me about those little rooms, showed up, and did the work. And that enabled me to stop being a jerk. And there have been many times in my sobriety, which a lot of people have seen, where I was simply not drinking and still not paying attention to my thinking. And my life got whacked and I did stupid things out of being cocky or afraid. A lot of mistakes I made. The first mistake is stop going to meetings. If anyone sees this and you've fallen off, that's the first thing you do. You find a local Al-Anon group or meeting or something and you beeline there, because their people always care. You're a member of the human race. Don't say you're not like those people. We're all human. We all have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a brain. No one is better than anyone else. Every single human being on this planet has the fundamental idea of God inside. And there's a saying when you go in those rooms that you need to take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth. Listen, listen, listen. Learn to listen and listen to learn. Or your pain is continue to burn. Listen to the light inside and let that be your guide. Honesty is the very, very, very first thing that will set you free.